1. Having had a taste of cruising last winter, he's been thoroughly bitten by the bug. You know, this chicken has hardly any taste at all. She always dresses with such taste, doesn't she? 2. The club's best player seemed to have lost his touch, and was beaten by a junior. I'm fine now. Thanks, it was an annoying touch of flu. Do keep in touch once you get to Australia. Won't you? 3. I dare say that mobile phones will be superseded in due course. Kim didn't dare to move from her seat while the invigilator was watching her. How dare you threaten me like that? 4. The books dropped to the floor with a thud. If you're found guilty, you'll have to pay a heavy fine. Hazel had to drive through heavy rain on her way home. Five. The missing article of clothing was later discovered in the lost property cupboard. I first read about Nolte's new film in a magazine article. The article is one of the parts of speech that cause most difficulty to students. 6. Jane has just turned at her. As the evening wore on, the conversation. The milk in the pantry turned rancid in the unaccustomed heat. 7. The opposition party pressed the government for an answer to their questions. With great daring I pressed clicking and whirring. Henry had to have his suit pressed the meeting. 8. You'll be able to hold lively enough. I realize you're an hold here. How many files is that drawer really supposed to hold?
Chile has over 100 potentially active volcanoes. Several teams of international geology experts have been collaborating with Chilean colleagues on two of the most interesting, known as Lascar and Sollipuli. A recent study of Lascar has shown that glaciation seems to have had an important influence on its eruptions. When the ice retreated aged 20,000 to 15,000 years ago, Lascar suffered its most violent eruption. Scientists hope that further study of this volcano may produce valuable data leading to some definite conclusions. A British team has led the investigations into the Sollipuli volcano, where a glacier fills the main depression. It is melting at a rate of about 5 centimeters a day. This could indicate a high risk factor for the surrounding countryside, as the ice cover normally plays a useful role in preventing the violent release of volcanic gases that cause explosive eruptions. If the ice cap continues retreating, the volcano is very likely to erupt. Serious threat to the rich agricultural lands and tourist areas which surround Sollipuli. Work is continuing on both volcanoes, as, fortunately, the Teens Haven received a guarantee of international funding for further study for the next 2 years.